Thanks for joining us today. Bit of a chilly one. Hope everybody's safe and doing well with this coronavirus that's going around. Doing a bunch of barbecue videos, bunch of photography videos. Hopefully it's keeping you somewhat entertained during this time. Today we're going to just do some simple barbecued chicken. We're going to do some baked potato, doing it on the charcoal kettle. And we'll be back in a second and I'll show you how we're setting up our charcoal today. Okay, so today we're using what they call the C method, or I guess you can call it also the snake method. Sometimes it's referred to as that. Basically what we do is we lay our charcoal out, and as you can see, to start I've got a little bit of charcoal, but then as I come around this way I've got a lot more charcoal. And what that does is when I start it here with the fire starter, it just burns slowly around here, and I can control my temperature a little bit better. When we get towards the end of the cook and we want to get a little crispier skin, we want a little more charcoal, we want to burn a little bit hotter, and therefore make the skin a little bit crispier and get the barbecue sauce to caramelize. So we'll get this fired up and we'll get our grill ready, and then we'll prepare some chicken. And yes, it's cold out today. That's why I've got my winter gloves back on. We thought we were getting spring, but apparently not. Just going to start that up. A couple pieces of charcoal on here and get it started. I'll let that burn for a few minutes. Now with the charcoal kettle, it's a little harder to control the temperatures than it is when you're using the pellet smoker with the dial on it, but by using the vents on here we can control the airflow, which will control the temperature as well. But if we use just a little bit of charcoal at the beginning, we can control the temperature that way too. So we're going to let this get going, and we'll get the camera moved here and we'll set up for preparing the chicken. Okay, we're back. We got the charcoal going here. It's starting to heat up. It's just around 200 degrees right now. We got our chicken seasoned. Just my own blend of seasonings that I've made, my own rub. Consists of chili powder, paprika, some onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, rosemary, some dehydrated onion, and that's about it. A little bit of salt and pepper in there. And I've used a very liberal coating. I've covered the chickens quite well. Reason being is that we're going to use a mop today. So we're going to be basting these chickens. So some of this will wash off. And it's not a real overpowering blend of seasons that I'm using. It's not a real powerful rub. So it just adds a little bit of flavor. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the chicken on the grill now. And then we'll get into making our base that we're going to use, and then eventually we're going to make a barbecue sauce as well, and I'll give you all the ingredients for that. You can see we got a little bit of smoke coming off the grill. That's good. So this is going to be an indirect cook. So what we do here is we place the chicken in the center, and the charcoal, as you know, as you saw already, was around the outside. So this is what we call an indirect cook, and this will allow us to basically cook the chicken evenly. It's not going to catch fire from drippings or anything. It's just gonna sit there and cook in the center. Rest of the seasoning on there. Clean that up. There we go. Get that closed, and I'll let it cook. And we'll be back in a few minutes just to do a rub here, or to do a barbecue base. Sorry. Right back. Okay, we're back. We're gonna make our basting mop, our sauce right now. What we're using is what I call a barbecue vinegar. So basically, what this is this is a mixture of vinegar. Barbecue sauce of your choice. It can be homemade or it can be store-bought like this. Okay, and then you also use some Italian dressing in it. So I keep that in the fridge, and for the mop we're going to add a few things to it. So for the mop, we're going to pour some of this in. So we'll start with that as our base ingredient. Okay, that's probably enough there. Depends on how much chicken you're doing. If you're doing a whole pile of chickens, then you're going to want to probably use probably 3 or 4 times this. So I'm going to start with about a cup of the barbecue vinegar. I'm going to add in a little bit of barbecue sauce, probably about a 1/4 cup. I'm going to add in our rub, just so that we replace some of the rub back on there. Probably about 2 tablespoons full will be enough. And I need 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. Now, as you can see, I'm expertly measuring this. And anybody who's watched my videos knows that I'm not big on measuring. I always go by taste. We're going to also add in some soy sauce. We're just going to mix that together. Make sure we get the barbecue sauce off the bottom. Taste. Oh, that's good. Yep, that's what we want. Might add a little bit of barbecue sauce still. Now we are going to put barbecue sauce on these after, but we're going to do a mixture of the barbecue sauce and the barbecue vinegar. And we're just going to mix that together a little more. Okay, and that is our mop. So now we can put that on our chicken. I'll get you guys set up so that you can see how we go about that. Alright, now we're just going to set up our thermometer here. I use the Weber iGrill, which is a Bluetooth thermometer, which is nice because it transmits everything back to my phone. We're going to set our temperature range for the grill between 250 and 300. It'll give me an alert if it's outside that temperature range. Just like that. And we're going to set up our cooking thermometer for chicken, which will be the whole leg. So we'll select that. So 165 is our target temperature, and then it shows you how to put the thermometer in if you don't know. And that's about it. So when it gets to 165, it'll let me know. And if I'm outside that range, it'll also let me know. Okay. We are all set. We're going to put our mop on now. So basically what you want to do with this is you don't actually want to touch the chicken. We're just going to drizzle it onto the chicken. Just like this. Now what's going to happen is this will soak in a little bit. We're also not rubbing off we're letting the rub come off when we do it this way. We're not actually touching it. And another thing that's good with this is and it isn't cooked yet. This is good because we're not getting our actual mop onto the chicken and potentially getting any sort of bacteria on it. We'll wait till it's almost cooked before we touch it with the mop and put barbecue sauce on. We're going to do this a couple of times per side. So we'll do it on this side, and then we'll flip it over and we'll do it on the other side. And you can apply lots of this. I mean, it's going to run off, but some of it will soak in, and this is actually going to give the skin a little bit of a a crispiness as well. It'll help crisp that up. There's a little bit of oil in the Italian dressing that's in the barbecue vinegar, so, and it'll also soak into the meat, which will give the meat a little bit of flavor. So we'll get this closed up. We're going to let that go for probably 25 minutes, half an hour or so, and then we'll come back out, we'll mop them again, we'll flip them, and we'll mop the back sides as well. We will be back. Okay, we are definitely out of daylight now. However, I'm going to soldier on here. We've got another round of basting to do. But it's getting nice and smoky in here now. Okay, got our potatoes. They've been in the microwave for about 7 minutes. We're just going to set them on the grill, away from the charcoal, because we do not want to actually burn them. We just want the skin to crisp up a little bit. You can see now, probably got charcoal here, burn them really well. So we're going to close that up. It's coming along good, and we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll put the barbecue sauce on. Alright, chicken's almost done here now. We are just going to flip it back over. And we're going to sauce it. Here, this bigger one closer. I went ahead and I mixed the barbecue sauce in with the barbecue vinegar just to make it a little bit thinner. Chicken's pretty much cooked, so we can actually touch it now with the brush. I'm just going to brush that barbecue sauce on there. These ones, oh, the skin looks good on these ones. Might look burnt on there, but it actually isn't. It's just very caramelized. Get that barbecue sauce right into the meat. There we go. A few more minutes. We should be good to go. We'll be ready to eat. Just going to flip our potatoes over. We're starting to get a nice crust on the skin too. And that's that. We'll let that cook and we will be back. Alright, so there we are. Finished product. You can see how this caramelizes. Like I said, that's not burned, it's actually caramelized. And yeah, nice and crisp on all of them. You get that nice red glaze, shiny, sticky, and tastes awesome. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click on the notification bell. I'm going to try to keep posting you some barbecue videos here while we're all stuck in self-isolation and quarantine. Take care of yourselves.